just working for as an infrastructure person, and totally different from this bioimaging person. And this is a foundingGIDE community. So, but I guess I am a very funny guy. So funny guys and the funding guys is very similar. So I could be one of the community of this event, I guess. But anyway, so please look at this figure. So maybe many of you guys knows and has already been utilized some of these research tools. So which is originally invented or developed from the small vendors or some small software house. But finally, you know, these software will be acquired by the big publishers like this. And this is an example of the Elsevier. So as you can see, you know, they are supporting whole entire research data life cycle, which means that behind this kind of, you know, the software, your every single behavior are stored in this kind of software. So, you know, in the early days, the Canadian researcher alerted this kind of, you know, the situation, and that he said a real threat of the monopoly. Monopoly means that, you know, the monopoly caused by the publishers allow the publishers to own the panoptic site. The panoptic site is the kind of the structure of the this prison, and our university, our, you know, our researcher are in each individual cell, and watched and observed from the, you know, the central guard, means the publishers. I hope there's no publishers even online. And that's why the UNESCO recommendation, and they said member states are encouraged to promote a non-commercial open science infrastructure and ensure adequate investment in the following something. And the National Research and Education Network, my institution, NII, is also the Japanese inland and providing a high-speed network and the middleware. And you guys connected with the EduRoam, and the EduRoam is one of the services provided by the inland. And the inland have to have a main important role to provide the common infrastructure for the research. And in this country, in Japan, around 2015, the Cabinet Office started to discuss about, you know, how to sustain, how to develop the nationwide research infrastructure and how to facilitate the open science activity itself. And along this discussion, my research center had a mission to provide a nationwide the research data platform. We call this as a NIA Research Data Cloud. Supporting the whole entire research data lifecycle denoted by the green arrow, and starting from the research data management platform, and this can be used by the researchers during the research with, you know, the hidden manner. And once the researcher got the result, so we have a publication platform here, and in many cases, our publication platform is a kind of the cloud service of the institutional repositories. So the university library are using our platform, and the data stored in this publication platform are aggregated to our discovery service and redistributed to the worldwide discovery service, including the commercial service. And in case of the research data management platform, we have a service named Gakunin RDM, and we are providing the application layer and asking to the research institution or university, please prepare your institutional storage and connect to our application. And now more than 100 institutions has already been started to employ our service as their institutional research data management system, and try to it's just a beginning, but try to deploy to the university research members. And this is an example from the Tokyo University. And in the Tokyo University, there is an institution named Quantitative Bioscience. And this institution had a kind of a misconduct of the, you know, the research outcome. So they are so serious about it. And then they decided to utilize our service. And every single data obtained from the researcher side are submitted to our research data management system and collaborating with the research office. The research office has a imaging analysis in checker, and then this software recognize there's no manipulation of that bioimaging, including bioimaging, so the researcher can submit and can provide as a research article. And then finally, the data, including from the raw data, will be publicized from their institution repository like this way. And this is also the different type of the example around a pre-disease the database. So this is a huge project, and more than 500 researchers are involved in this project. And every single project has their own space for research data management by using our system. And some of the data are shared between the project in this the EMBL database project. And then between experimentalists and the data scientists, and they are the collaborating and sharing the data by using our platform. This is a kind of the symbolical the example of our research data management system. And we are not developing the system from the scratch. So we're collaborating with the United States Center for Open Science. Many of you guys know about our open science framework. So it's open source software. So we are using this system and then adding the new functionality which required from the institutional point of view. And in case of the publication platform, we have a platform named GIDE Cloud. This is a cloud service, as I said before, cloud service for the institutional repository. And as you can see from this, the graph, this blue bar means the number of the institution which has their institutional repository by their own on-premise manner, so operating the system by their own effort. And we started to provide our cloud service around this year, and then accept the migration from the existing service to our cloud service. So now is a majority, and the more than 800 institutions is now using our service. And not only the journal article-based the repository system, and now we launched a new application, and then many data-oriented projects they decided to utilize our service. And like this way, not only the institution repository, but also this kind of the data are coming to our repository system. And of course, we have IEEE support, and they are using this kind of new functionality. And my next speaker, the Arita-san, is this is a collaboration with him. So we are providing our platform, and our repository works as aggregators. So aggregating the metadata from the including DDBJ, and then providing the closed search and the functionality. And then, of course, redistributing the aggregated metadata to the other search engine like this. So we have, these kind of collaboration. And again, we are not developing our system from the scratch. So we are collaborating with the CERN. And you know about the Zenodo. So the basic system of the Zenodo is the Invenio. So we are using the Invenio, and on top of the Invenio, we are adding the functionality for the institution repository and providing to the Japanese institutions. And in order to facilitate more about our activity, we got a new fund from the Japanese government. And our role is adding the new functionality on top of the current 3 platforms, and including the RIKEN, different institution has a different role. And the RIKEN is a much more domain-specific the mission. And Nagoya University, around here, and they has a mission for deploying the institutional data policy. So in Japan, every single university and the research institution has to stipulate, has to prepare the research data, institutional data policy until the 2025. So the many of the universities are hustling about it. So Nagoya University is leading such a field. And Osaka University is about capacity building. So like this way, we have a collaboration with not only NOII, with universities and research institutions, and deploying and facilitating research data management open science in this country. And this is originated from the Nagoya University, and they have a regional community. They built up a new regional community and talk each other, how to develop and describe the research data management policy in the institution. And in each the region, they started to the copy and launch their own community in this country. So like this way, not only our basic infrastructure itself, so including the data policy and the capacity building. So maybe the research data management and open science is going to be accelerated in a couple of years. So I have already finished my time, not yet. 5 more minutes, okay. And not only just focusing the new functionality. So we are doing some small fund to the research itself. And this is an example from the Shiga University. And this funding is the minimum requirement is have to use our platform and doing your own research. And this is I brought this, and this one is because of that they are handling something about the image. So so like this way, not only just focusing the institutional aspect, we also are supporting the research itself. And as I said to you before, as a NII, based on these 3 platforms, we are adding the new 7 features, new functionalities. The one of the simple function is the data governance function. So many of you guys knows about the data management plan, but at this moment, the DMP is something like that document that you have to submit to the funding agency. But this is not the fun. So we want to use this DMP. DMP itself has a potential. So in our case, we are trying to make it happen, the scenario like this. And once the researcher prepare the DMP, this is going to be the kind of the manifest file of the project itself. Based on the DMP, the machine automatically prepare the appropriate storage and appropriate computing resources and the kick off our RDM platform with the collaborators. And then the supporting the whole entire, the research until the end of the, the publication itself. And right now, this week, there's a conference, e-research Australasia, in Brisbane or in some Australia. It's a very nice event. And some of my colleagues went to that, the event and presenting this kind of our activity in Australia. And of course, based on the DMP, data governance functionality, so that automatically kick off the Jupyter notebook like this. And if necessary, they can connect to the different type of the computing resources in this country. And then the collaboration between the RDM and the data analysis platform and the back and forth data, including the runtime environment, program and the input data, and the packed, such a, the data analysis, and then push back to the RDM platform. And if necessary, and such a package will be open in public by using our app application platform, which means that once the following researcher push the button in our publication platform, they can automatically reproduce the the result of the former researcher outcome. So just by clicking the button. So we are creating such a much more easy reuse and reproducible field by using a platform like this way. And then developing the new functionality on top of our 3 major platforms. So I hope, this is also has to be utilized in the international scheme. So I hope, our idea could be the input to the, not only in this country, but also would like to collaborate to the other region and field. Thank you so much.
Thank you.